Hello, 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 everyone. How are you? How are you? How are you? This is Shalina Diva, the purpose-driven diva. I am so happy to be back on YouTube Live. I'm so happy to be back in the Biz Lab with you guys. I know I've been gone for a while, but I am back. And I'm so excited, and I'm really excited about tonight's live. Okay, I'm just so excited about it because it's something that's very near and dear to my heart, and also I really hope that you'll get a lot out of it. Those of you who are watching, hello, light me up in the chat room. I know I've been gone for a minute. Light me up in the chat room. I promise you, you will not be disappointed with tonight's YouTube live. And I will let you know this is slightly different than some of the business type biz labs that I've been doing, but I tell you, it'll come all full circle and you will love it. So as those of you are climbing on, I appreciate it. Please share this this YouTube live. Please let your friends know about it. Light me up in the chat room. I will be checking in the chat. I will be doing all of that. So I am so excited. So I want you all doing that as we prepare to get started. So just give me like another minute or two more. I actually want to give people a little more time to climb on. I know it's Sunday. I haven't done a live in like ages, it seems, but I promise you it will so be worth it. And I'm so excited about this this YouTube live in particular because I'm actually going to touch upon some current events. I never ever talk about current events on YouTube. I just kind of shy away from that. But tonight I'm digging in because I really have a message. So those of you, let me know where are you chiming in from? Let me know where you're from. Say hello. Hi, lovely Kian. She told me she misses me. Thank you. I miss you too. Guess what? I have a treat. My baby Casey is here. So Casey, hurry up and say hello before I start the live. Do you guys remember my baby Casey? We're still here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Say hello. Just wave. Say hello. Yeah, so we're still around. All right, so he's gonna go back, okay? And we're gonna get started. All right, so like I said, I'm touching upon some current events. I never like to do it because it's too controversial, but sometimes you gotta dig in. How many of you were personally affected by the Charlottesville protest? In the comments, let me know whether you were personally affected by it, if it touched you deeply, because that is where we're going to start tonight. That is not where we're going to end up. And I promise you, you will be so glad, those of you who hang on. So as I am waiting, thank you, lovely Ann. She said you're cute. Hello to David. Hello, everyone. So as those of you are letting me know, I am from Philadelphia. Yes, I'm from Philadelphia. So those of you who are, let me know where you're from. I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Star says, so happy to see me and my son. Thank you guys so much. Let me know where you're from because all of that is going to play a role in this YouTube live. It's going to be very interactive, okay? So we have a few people on and I'm going to jump right into it and I'm going to get started, okay, you guys? So buckle up. If you are ready to be real, type real in the comments. Please type real in the comments if you're ready to get real, okay, you guys? So I'm going to start sharing my screen. All righty here. Going to start sharing my screen. Go here. Forgive me, y'all. I never like. All right. Here we go. All right. So here's the agenda. You guys know I always love to let you know what my agenda is so you know where I'm going and you know where we're going to go tonight. So I'm looking at all of the places you guys are telling me where you're from. All right. Hey, Sam. Hey, lovely. You guys want to be real. Yes, David, I am a single mom. All right. From South Carolina. Lovely. You should have a lot to say. All right. Let's dig in. So here's the agenda. We're going to talk about what Charlottesville revealed. Then we're going to talk about ways to get involved. And then I'm going to tell you how to get involved. Okay, you guys, I told you this is a slightly different one, but I'm going to bring it full circle. So if you're ready, type ready in those comments. All right. So those of you who don't know me, my name is Shalina Diva. I'm a life and business coach. I'm an award-winning speaker. I'm a best-selling author. And my motto, and actually why I call myself Shalina Diva, is my business and my personal motto is discover, invest, value, and appreciate your life and business. That is what DIVA stands for. It is an acronym. This is the cover of my book, Fire Your Friends. You can check it out on Amazon and in Barnes and Nobles. I have been featured on the Dr. Oz show. I've been featured on in Cosmo, locally, the Philadelphia Tribune, and I have been on Fox. So you all will learn a little more about that coming up and why that is important. So that is who I am. And this is my mission in life. My mission as a business and a life coach is to educate, train, and equip women to earn online income so they can focus on their families and lead full lives they love. And some of you have already met this little handsome gentleman on the right next beside me. His name is Casey. That's my son. Some of you met a little bit earlier, and that's me. And I love this picture of us because it shows that as I'm running my business, I can also take time out to attend his games and different things like that. And that is what I want for all women. Okay, that is what I want. So before I actually jump into I'm actually going to move on. So what are we talking about? I want to jump into it. We are talking about making a difference after Charlottesville. Okay, we've all seen the pictures. We've all read the headlines, right? We were all somehow affected by Charlottesville. And I'm going to ask you as we go along for you to share that in the comments, how you were affected by Charlottesville. This is a very powerful picture. It was the protesters versus Antifa versus Black Lives Matter. I love this picture of this young man in a chains. I just think it was so powerful, right? In addition to the protests, we all know that there was also tragedy. That there was that horrific car crash, okay? It was so graphic, and a young woman lost her life. We know this. Her name is Heather Heyer. This beautiful young lady lost her life. And I mean, everybody, I know I was affected by it. I was deeply, deeply affected by her death, by what I saw, by the rhetoric from the president, everything that came out. Before we move on, I want to ask you, were you affected by Charlottesville? And if you were, just tell us how you were affected. Tell me how you were affected by Charlottesville. Did it really hurt you? Like, what did it do, right? So as I'm waiting for you guys to type that in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to really what the heart of this is all about. And this is because all politics are local. All issues are local. I'm going to explain that in a second. Okay, and then someone asked me, where am I from? You guys, I am from Philadelphia. I am from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, right? So I am from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And in Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia, like we had all kind of protests. We had different kind of demonstrations, and I'm going to show you that. But I really wanted to harp on the fact that all politics are local, and all the issues that really matter to you are local. And the reason why I wanted to do this one, and I promise you, if you stick around, you will really see the benefit of it. But the reason why I chose to take this national issue and not really debate the national issue of historic racism and bigotry and hatred is because, to be honest, it's really about the local issues. You know, why are people like in Philadelphia? Why are they marching in Philadelphia? Yeah, Charlottesville set it off, but there are issues here in Philadelphia that need to be addressed. For some of the Black Lives Matter people, what they care about is, you know, that there are still young Black men who are being gunned down by police. That there are racist statutes here. People are protesting issues locally. You know, and the thing is, what I want you to do, and I want us to have an honest conversation for the rest of this presentation to make sense to you, is think about Charlottesville. What did it really do to you? Like, when I heard the president's remarks, it made me ill. Like, wow. Like, racism is so deep, and it made me think about the racism I experienced in my own life, and it made me think about the people that I wanted to touch in my own life. Like, it made me want to go back and start mentoring teen girls again through my program I'm going to tell you about a little later. It really made me just want to focus on that, you know, and some of my other friends, it made them want to look at the police violence against Black people. For some of my friends, it made them want to look at the LGBTQ issue and get involved in that again. Because here's the thing, we have all of these people marching. Think about when Trump first got elected, we had the Women's March all around the world. Do you still see those kind of marches? No, you don't, because that's not really sustainable. And my thing is, I want to show you today how to take that anger, how to take that frustration, and to do something positive with it. And not only that, I'm going to show you also how you could potentially get paid. How many of you want to find out ways that you can get paid by actually starting a movement with things that you care about? This is what this is about. This is not just about a social issue. This is about how you can take your frustration and your anger, channel it into something positive and do something wonderful with it, and be able to, make a profit off of that. Like, if you're out there doing good work, I believe you should be rewarded, especially financially. So I'm going to go over here to some of the questions. All right. So Psalm is saying she was affected deeply and she was drained, okay? And those of you who are wondering about money-making activities, I really encourage you to stay on. All right? And so, all right, I encourage you guys to stay on. So Psalm was telling us how she was affected. So Psalm, what did this bring up for you? What did it make you want to do? So as Psalm is typing that in, and some of you, if you could just tell me how these protests really made you feel, hang with me. I'm going to bring this all home, and you're actually going to absolutely love it. All right, so remember I was saying I'm from Philadelphia, right? And Charlottesville is in Virginia, but I'm from Philadelphia, right? And I'm going to show you how my city was affected by what is this called? By Charlottesville. Okay, this is how my city was affected. All right, so here we go here. All right, so this is how my city was affected. I'm all the way in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We had protests, and those of you who don't know, the picture that you see here, this is my mayor. His name, this is a former mayor. Was he former mayor? I don't know if he was a former mayor or not, but he was definitely the toughest cop in Philadelphia. I believe he became mayor. Don't quote me on that. But anyway, this man's name is Frank Rizzo. And to a lot of Black people who grew up in the 70s and 80s, they hated this man because he was really tough. Then you had some Black people who really liked him, and then you had a lot of white people who loved him. But he was really, really tough and hard. And so for years, people have been trying to get his statue taken down. He's not a Confederate, but what he represents to some people here locally in Philadelphia is racism and a very violent and racist past for Black people. So the other night, a gentleman spray painted Black Power all over him, and he was actually arrested for it, right? So this is all the way in Philadelphia. So that's why I asked you to think about, how has Charlottesville affected you? Here it is, right? And so not only that, there is a mural of Frank Rizzo in the Italian market section of Philadelphia. And the day after, someone threw paint all over his face. They wrote killer cops. And then they said, R.I.P. David Jones. David Jones is a gentleman who was shot in the back while fleeing police in Philadelphia a few months ago. And people believe that he was killed in cold blood. And they think that the cops are trying to cover it up. They're not really trying to address it. So Charlottesville brought up these issues for some people in Philadelphia, right? And like I said, it brought up different things for me. And then also here was the protest here in my city. Look at all these people marching. But the thing is, after they finish marching, we're still going to have so many issues. Who is following what I'm saying? By after all the marches, we're still having issues. If you can agree with that and you feel me, just let me know. Hello, Monique. Hello, you guys. If you see where I'm going with this, like Charlottesville touched off something, all this stuff happened in Philly, right? But Philly still has problems. So what I'm going to help you to do in this masterclass, this is a masterclass, is I'm going to show you how to find your pain, find your lane, Find your lane so that you can sustain, because there is no need for you to get all hyped up, all riled up, get all this momentum, and you fizzle out. And the only way that you won't fizzle out is that you find your pain. Find that pain that Charlottesville touched off for you, right? And then I want you to find your lane. Look, you cannot save the world. You know, there are some people who just make people think you have to do everything. No, you do not have to do everything. You do not have to save the world. You know, you can find your lane, and that's how you are going to sustain. You're going to find your lane, and that's how you are going to sustain. So before I go and show you all ways that you can actually really get involved in your community, really find your pain, find your lane, and sustain. Before I do that, I just want to just talk to you. Do you guys sometimes feel as though it's a lot of pressure put on you? Like people want you to try to save the whole entire world. It's like, no, you got to save the world. You have to do this kind of march and rally. And if you don't march, you know, with Black Lives Matter, then you're not down for the cause of. If you don't march with the women, you're not down for the cause. And let me tell you, there are so many ways that you can be involved in your community and really affect change. And later on, I'm going to tell you how to get paid from doing that. But to really do it and be more effective than just marching. I'm not knocking protesting and marching. I'm not doing that at all. But what I am telling you is, after the rallies, after all the people leave, we're still going to have the same issues. Remember, all politics are local and all issues are local. Are you guys feeling me on that? Do you sometimes feel as though people make you think you have to take on the whole world? So as I go over here and check on the chats. Yes, so you guys feel that. All right, so listen, I want you guys to know Star is telling us that she's in Georgia in Gwinnett County, and that a magistrate in the Georgia Gwinnett County court system went on Facebook. Well, he was suspended for 2 days because of his post, and he just resigned. Like, you guys, this is serious. It goes, if you look at racism, well, what are some of the effects of racism that bother you? I look at the school system, you know, and some of you can tell me, I told you my one friend, it brought up transgender things for her, and I thank you guys so much. Yeah, Sam was like, she used to believe she was Superman. So, okay, so we're all on the same page. You all feel me on this, right? I'm going to show you how to find your lane. Stop it, Casey. Find your pain so that you can sustain that momentum. And I tell you, it's a really, really sweet reward at the end of this, okay? So now I'm going to show you easy ways that you can get involved in your community, okay? Easy ways that you can get involved in your community. All right, so I'm going to give you guys 21 ways that you can get involved in your community. And listen, this is not some, you know, we are the world type class. I'm going to bring it all together for you. The business coach in me is going to come out, I promise you. But I have to, you know, I'm about being real, and I'm about doing meaningful work. That's where I come from. So ways to get involved in your community. Hopefully this will spark some. If it does, write it in the chat what it sparks for you. One, you can get involved in your local community center. There are so many community centers you can get involved in. What about the local hospital? What about your church, local churches or synagogues or mosques? What about the library? A daycare center, a public school, charter schools, a halfway house, people re-entering society. What about a rehabilitation center? We have this crazy opioid addiction, but hello, we've had the crack addiction for years and the war on drugs, but still a rehabilitation center. Then, you know, you have community theater. Maybe some of you are very creative. You like to sing, you like to act, you like to dance. You can use those talents and get involved in the community that way. Historical restoration, like, you know, a group of first graders got in Philadelphia. Some of you don't know, but a house was bombed. A black house was bombed in 1985, and a group of first graders made sure that it got an historical marker after 32 years, something adults couldn't do. An alderman's office, if you have an alderman, or your local politician's office, a retirement home, an art gallery, a youth organization, a food bank, or a soup kitchen. You have your neighborhood adoption or cleanup programs, your boys and girls clubs, an animal shelter, an after school program, and you have a park. These are just some of the things that you can get involved with and that you can do. These are just some of the things that you can get involved with, right? And I hope I was showing you all that list. If I didn't show you that list, let me know. But some of the things that I mentioned, what are some of the things that you all were interested in that you heard? You can get involved in your community center, a hospital, anything you can get involved in, right? How many of those actually spark something in you? Or my creative people, how many of those things spark something in you? Just leave it here in the comments and let me know. So I'm glad that some of you are actually telling me that this is a timely message. It was something that you were thinking about, and I'm very, very excited about that. All right, so as I wait for you to tell me some of the things that you became interested in, I think that is great. All right, so now I'm going to tie all of this together and show you a real life example in my own life. So to let me know that you're following me and you're listening, in the chat, I want you to type example. Type example in the comments so I know you're rolling with me and I know that I still have your interest. And I'm telling you, I'm going to bring this baby home. Just give me a couple more minutes. All right, so Star says the reentry programs, rehabilitation centers. Lovely Kian said the churches. She wants to get involved in the churches. I would love to hear what Sam has to say. Definitely keep it coming. Okay, so TL Spain, she wants to get an example. And you guys, that example is my life. And what I want us to do is what I want to show you all is I want to show you, like this real life example. And I just want you all to realize that, look, if I could do it, you can do it too. And it's such a great story. And I thank God that this is my story, that I can tell and share this with you guys. So just hang on. hang on. All right. Hang on. All right. So you should be seeing my message. And I'm telling you guys, start a movement, but start small. Start a movement, but start small. You don't have to take on everything in the world, right? You don't have to take on everything in the world. And also, too, on top of that, you can just take baby steps, okay? Take baby steps like I did. Here's a picture of me back in 2012. All right, someone asked me, they said, Shalina, can you do a free workshop for these young girls at Temple University? And so I was like, I don't really mentor teens, but I'll do it. It was free. It was for 3 hours. I did back-to-back workshops. I was tired, but guess what? It was like love at first sight. I ended up loving those little girls. They ended up loving on me, and it was like wonderful. And I did this for free. Little did I know, everyone, was that there were some influential people seated in the crowd that I had no idea. They were scoping me out and I had no idea. All right. And your comments are coming. I'm going to get to them in 1 second. So this is another picture of me teaching some of the young ladies on that day. I did this totally for free. And so at the end, this woman who has the glasses, she is on she's on the left side of the screen. She was the CEO of a local charter school, and she loved what she saw from me. She loved how the little girls interacted with me. And she was like, hey, can you come to my school and can you mentor our girls? I was like, okay, sure. And she was like, you know what? Send me over a proposal and let me know what your fee is. I'm going to get to that fee part in a second. I was like, my fee? Everybody asked me to do everything for free. What? So I whipped up this proposal, and I think I charged like $2,500 or something. I don't know, y'all. I was shaking in my boots. But I pulled it together, and I created Diva Academy for young ladies. Stands for Discover, Invest, Value, Appreciate Your Life. For these young ladies, and the school ended up paying me altogether $4,000 to take my ideas, my concepts, and teach it to their students. $4,000, right? I was like, oh, hold up, what? Wait a minute, because I was not used to people like paying me for stuff, and I'm like, I love working with these little girls, and I honestly would do it for free. But when the CEO was like, get your proposal together, I was like, oh my God, I got to write a proposal. But thank God I had a little bit of experience with proposals. I whipped it together. I was shaking in my boots. I charged $2,500. In the end, I ended up, the amount was like $4,000. I was like, what? A school paid me that much money for sharing my beliefs and working with their students. And I was doing this from my heart. And I really cared about it. I was like, wait. And then I learned from this experience that, listen, certain schools have a budget and they have money earmarked for different kind of intervention and empowerment programs like mine. I had no clue. And then how many of you knew that different schools and different organizations, that they have a budget and they have money earmarked for different kinds of programs, like empowerment programs? I didn't know. You know what I mean? And so thank you, Spain. She said the tiaras. All of that was like out of my head, my creation. And somebody appreciated that. So I have a heart for serving and empowering teen girls. And I ask you again, what did Charlottesville shake up for you? Did it reignite something? Did it make you look around and say, you know what? I don't like the killings. Or you know what? I don't like how LGBT teens are treated. You know what? I'm more for women's rights. Or you know what? I want to go back and inspire teens. What did it do for you? And I'm actually going to read what Psalm said over here. So Psalm said, I am a social media manager for Healing for Activists, and they provide free/low-cost counseling for people in the Black Lives Matter movement. Once I am a licensed counselor next year, I plan to counsel with them. And Psalm also said that she wants to get involved with the churches, and she plans on starting a mental health group at her church. Wait till I get to the church, right? So the thing is, I want you guys to just look a little bit deeper, because there is a market for all of this stuff. I'm telling you, there's a market for that. So now, do I have you guys' attention? I went from a free workshop, just teaching and pouring out from my heart, to a $4,000 paycheck. That was what going in once a week. I had so much fun, and I impacted so many lives. I'm like, worried. I get paid for this? It was like beautiful. So do I have anyone's attention? If I have your attention, type attention. Type attention in the comments. Because see, I told you I was going to pull this all together, right? All right. So I want you to think about ways that you all can get involved. All right. And so I'm going to show you that this wasn't just about the money for me. I love the money. It was great, you guys. But I ended up starting a movement. Like, God is so good. I ended up like starting a movement. I'm going to show you guys what I did. So what I ended up doing, everyone, is I was just after my term with the young ladies at Diva Academy was over, I went on a tour. Do you hear me? I went around to all of these schools in Philadelphia, and I was just like pushing Diva Academy. And I was doing all kinds of free workshops. People were not paying me, but this was in my heart because I started a movement. I would go over to New Jersey, and I would go to different events, and I would share Diva Academy and self-love with these young ladies because it was in my heart. It was a movement. I had this sustained movement. It wasn't just about marching for me or a one-day thing. I really wanted to change lives, whether I got paid or not. Getting paid is beautiful, but I really cared. And I met so many beautiful young ladies. And guess what? I went to different schools. And, you know, I met with all kind of little girls. And it was like, Miss, thank you. You helped me to get on an honor roll. You helped me to believe in myself. It was just beautiful. I went ham. Nobody helped me. I didn't have a budget. I just went in and I did what I had to do. And I did all of these workshops. Okay. I was in schools. I was also in a church. I went to my local church. I'm like, listen, I have this program called Diva Academy, and I want to do it for free. And I twisted this and I put like a Christ, like I made this one Christ centered. But what I did was I just went ham because that's how you start a movement. And you start small, just a one woman or a one man band. But I found my lane, and people were like, you only want to deal with ghetto little girls. I'm like, that's okay. Those are the ones that resonate with me, and I resonate with them. I'm not trying to reach every little girl, right? Here is the beauty, everyone. Here is the beauty of this. When you do great work, you get recognized for your work. When you do good work, you get recognized. I started getting featured in local newspapers. Like, this event is set to help get teen girls on the right road. And I started getting the recognition that I always craved for, right? Because we want to be noticed, right? And I'm on, like, I'm in the Philadelphia Tribune. Honey, let me tell you, Cosmopolitan magazine. I was featured in Cosmo magazine, and then they talked about my Diva Academy. I couldn't believe it. Like, because I was serving, God opened up so many different doors for me. So you guys, this is serious. This is not just like, some run-of-the-mill, type stuff. And then ultimately last year, I was featured on a Harry Connick Jr. show. The Harry show is like very, very popular right now, but I did it when it was just new. And Harry Connick Jr. recognized my work in Diva Academy, paid for me to go to New York, makeup, hair, all that stuff. And he interviewed me, what was my personal story about Diva Academy. And then Harry blessed me and my son with an all-expense-paid trip to Punta Cana. Like, for real. All because I did a free workshop and I wanted to help little girls. That's it. And I started a movement. And I want to say to you guys, like, what stirs your heart? What stirs your heart? So now I'm going to come back to y'all. And I hope that you all were inspired by my Diva Academy story. And not only that, you guys, I also, like, while I was showing you all of me getting the recognition, I actually got paid from a local school who paid me to do an after-school program all throughout the year. Good money, y'all. Good money. And then I ran a summer camp through my church, an after-school program. And I was getting paid. Every time I did Diva Academy, I started getting paid for it. So this wasn't like I was doing, and y'all know I would do it for free anyway, but when you start operating at a certain level of excellence, which I'm going to show you guys, people start recognizing it and they will pay you. Like, I'm telling you, organizations, they have money earmarked for things like this. Like, if you want to get involved in your church, and I listed a bunch of things that you guys could get involved with. Okay, so I'm going to go back over to the chat. What stirs your heart? After listening to my story, what stirred your heart? What were some things that you would want to do? All right, so what are some things that stirred your heart? And as I am waiting, say hi. All right, thank you. So as I'm waiting, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys tips of how you can definitely get started. And to also just, prompt you some more and give you some more ideas. So as I'm waiting for your comments to come in about what stirs your heart, I'm going to move on. Okay, so I'm going to read. All right. So wow, TL Spain said, I build websites, but I don't have a passion for it. Monique says, how can I navigate the waters of presenting to schools, companies, churches? I'm about to get to that. TL Spain suffered from a lot of bullying, giving back to the community. So many of you were so excited about this, right? All right, so let me give you some ideas about ways that some of the main causes that that schools and organizations are very interested in. Okay, do you think that will help you if you guys learned about what the different organizations are interested in? And I'm going to tell you why it's important. So some popular causes, once again, the community, a community garden, a community center, helping children in the community, bettering your community. Then you have children and youth. That is a big one. As you can see with Diva Academy, you have education and literacy. So as I'm calling these out, do any of your ideas fall under this? Health and medicine, seniors. Is any of this triggering? Like, these are all causes, and maybe you can see where your idea fits under this. If we looked at Diva Academy fits under children and youth. If some of you told me what you were interested in Also, too, some with the mental health that could possibly fit under health and medicine. All right. Bullying. Diva Academy covers bullying too. Diva Academy covers bullying, and that is under children and youth. Also, some more popular causes are arts and culture. Some of you are very artistic. I saw a woman online. She has her dancing certification, her degree, and she wants to go into schools and teach girls how to dance. That is welcome. Want to teach kids how to paint. Want to teach kids, how to cook, or not kids, people. You don't always have to think about kids, but also advocacy and human rights. Black Lives Matters falls under this. Caring about LGBTQ teens and people, that falls under that. Human rights. Caring about, that all falls under there. Women, maybe you want to do better. Women who were raped. Women who are just coming out of jail, women who are getting back on their feet. Maybe you're about women in equal pay. Then is the disabled. Maybe you want to help people who are disabled in some way. Then you have the homeless and housing. Am I starting to get you, some of you, to open up? I will open up your mind about some things where you can get started. But these are the ways. These are the ways, everyone, that you get involved. So very quickly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you tips to get started. All right, tips to get started. So before I give you the tips to get started, I want to know, are you still rolling with me? If you're still rolling with me, type rolling in the comments. Type rolling in the comments. So as I'm waiting for that, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to research your area of interest. You must do your research. You must know what you're talking about. You must understand what the problems are, so that you can know how your solution solves it. I then want you to find a local organization to volunteer. Volunteer. Find a local organization that is doing what you kind of want to do. Then I want you to build a rapport with the organization. Let them know your face. Let them know what you're interested in. Build a rapport with someone who's in a decision-making capacity. That is so important. Then I want you to present a free workshop and get feedback. Present a free workshop and get feedback. All right? So, what I want to do here is I want to speak directly to you guys because I'm about to wrap this up. I told you I wouldn't be before you too long tonight. Is I want you, have some of you started to think about different ways that you can become involved, thinking about some of those major causes and how you can become involved. I just gave you 4 tips on how to get started. Y'all saw how Diva Academy got started. Someone found out that I was into empowerment. They said, hey, do you mind talking to teens? I didn't want to do it, but I wanted to honor my commitment. I did it for free. I served from my heart. It landed me a contract, $4,000. I was like, oh my God. And then that led to more contracts, but it led to a movement. It led to me going all around the city like a mad woman. And I had video footage of it and just pouring out my heart and meeting girls and encouraging them to love themselves and how to love themselves and stay in school. And they told me they got better grades, and then I got recognized for it. And you know what? I found my pain. And guess what? The reason why Diva Academy resonates with me is because I was once that little girl. I found my pain. I found my lane, and I'm able to sustain. Like, I'm still talking about Diva Academy 5 years later. Other people are still talking about Diva Academy 5 years later. This is not just me marching and then that's it. Marching is good. It's a starting point, but there are still issues in your community that you can fix. And I just showed you through Diva Academy, not only can you, serve and be used of God, but you can get paid doing it too. So I'm going to go over to the comments. All right. So Star says she's interested in battered women and children, and she wants to do a free workshop. Monique is rolling with me. Star is rolling with me. Star is also talking about bullying. And I think this is great. So I see. So how many of you are going to take me up on those tips that I mentioned, right? Those tips that I mentioned. How many of you are going to do it? Let me know in the comments. And so I'm about to wrap this baby up. And one thing about me, I'm a straight shooter, and I like to keep it real with people, and I like for people to understand. So for those of you for right now, you're like, you know what, Shalina Diva, this is good. I'm pumped up. You know, you reignited something in me. You helped me to wake up my dreams again. You know what I mean? You helped me to channel my anger, frustration, hurt, pain from Charlottesville to do something great. Those of you who are like, I'm interested in learning how I can really turn this into something. And if I can get paid from it, even better. This next part is for you. Okay, so hang on. Hang on. So Tia wants to know how to get started on YouTube. All right, I can answer that. All right, so Tia Spain, I can answer that. Just give me 1 second. So what I'm going to do is, those of you who would love to get paid, here's the problem. I'm going to tell you what the problem is, right? Here's the problem with a lot of people, and they actually have here's the major roadblock, everyone, with getting started. Is that, and for people to take you seriously, is that people don't know how to write a proposal to present their ideas in a serious manner. Like I said, there was a lady, like I said, she wanted to dance, right? She wanted to dance and she wanted to help girls. Like, that's cute and all, that's nice, but how is that helping the school? See, when you come to schools and you come to churches and you come to different organizations and you want people, you know, even if you want to do a free workshop, you have to know how to present your ideas in a succinct manner and in a certain way so they can take you seriously. Like I told you, remember, the lady said, I would love you to come to my school. What are your fees? And present me with a proposal. I had to know how to do a proposal. Thank God I had to do something else, and I had to do a proposal for that. But she was like, write a proposal. So if I didn't know how to write a proposal, I would have let that opportunity slide. I would have let it get away because I didn't know how to present my ideas. How many of you know how to write a proposal? If someone said at the drop of a dime, write a proposal, tell me what you want to do, and let's make it happen. How many of you could do that? How many of you can do that? And I want to start talking to you guys. How many of you could do that? Someone said, listen, I love your idea. It sounds good. I can see this working in my organization. I can see this working in my community. I know we have some grant money set aside for that. I know it's in our budget. Write the proposal. How many of y'all could churn out a proposal in 24 hours, a week, and present your stuff succinctly? I want to know how many of you can do it. Because if I didn't know how to do that, I would have, look at all the little girls whose lives wouldn't have been positively impacted by Diva Academy. All because I know how to do a proposal. And there's so many people, even when they are trying to, do free workshops, they get turned down because they don't know how to do a proposal. And actually, TL Spain brought up something. She was like, listen, you can go online and there are templates. Yes, there are templates, but one thing is, if you don't understand each part and what it's asking you for, it's not going to work. And because I want to see more of you advance, I want to see you doing those workshops. I want to see you eventually getting paid for it, and I want to see you step and come correctly. This is what I teach my clients. What I'm doing is I am offering a class. I'm offering a masterclass this Saturday on the 26th of August at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. It's a masterclass that I'm offering, and I'm going to teach you how to pimp out your proposal. And I tell you, once you learn this skill, once you learn the skill of writing your proposal, you will never look back. And you can reuse it over and over again. I have written several proposals, like I said, and they've gotten accepted. I've gotten paid for them, even when you're doing the free stuff. You want these people to take you seriously because you want to get recommendations, and this person knows that person. So the class is called Pimp My Proposal. And with Pimp My Proposal, it's a masterclass. It's the 26th of August. It's 10 a.m. It's a live class. If you can't make it, you will get the recording. Here's what I'm going to teach you how to do. Understand the requirements each and every time. Understand the client. propose your solution, write the proposal, outshine your competitors, and apply the finishing touches. And my clients love the way I teach them how to do proposals. How many of you are interested in this and learning about how to about how to do this? All right. And guess what? All these things I want to teach you because you know where my heart is, and I know that you need to come correctly. I am doing this and I am making this offer. I'll take you step by step by the hand. And it's called Pimp My Proposal, the Masterclass. It's only $47. Do you guys know how much proposal class writing costs? It costs a lot of money, but this is a masterclass. It'll be around 90 minutes long. The live class date is Saturday, August 26th at 2017, 10 a.m. The replay is available for purchase, so you're not missing anything. The link is bit.ly/pimp my proposal. I'm telling you, I sat through a proposal class, and that thing was like almost $1,200. What I'm teaching you how to do is a straightforward proposal that can get you to get started with your workshops, presentations, and once you learn this skill, you will love it. And once again, it's Pimp My Proposal, the Masterclass, only $47. The replay is available, so if you can't make it live, it will be there will be a replay, and you'll be able to get it. bit.ly/pimp my proposal. So here's the thing. I hope that you all have enjoyed this class. I hope that it inspired you. I hope that it showed you that, listen, the world needs you. Everybody can protest, but you are needed. So find your pain, find your lane, and sustain. What about those different causes? I mentioned many of them. See where your area lies at. I gave you 4 tips on how to get started. If you wanted to tomorrow, what you need to do. And then I also gave you away for only $47 how you can actually just jump ahead of everybody. Learn how to write a slamming proposal. My proposals are really good. They're to the point, and people think that proposals need to be a lot of words. It's not that. You need to be able to go boom, 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 boom. This is what I'm doing. This is what this is about. And to let people know what your solution is. Okay, and it's only $47 because I see the need. All right, so hopefully some of you would join me. It's Pimp My Proposal. So it's bit.ly/pimp my proposal. Before I close out, I want to go over here to the comments and see what, no, it's not bit.ly, it's bit.ly, bit.ly/pimp my proposal. Yes, so I'm going to type it here. It's bit.ly/pimp my proposal. Okay, I put it there. I thank you all. I thank you all. Listen, I have a free group for women entrepreneurs. You can get in there. You can follow me online. I'm everywhere at Shalina Diva. I will be back. I don't know if the Biz Lab will be on Sunday nights at 8 because this is a tough time, right? I may switch it to Saturday mornings, but you can expect me to teach you like how to do email marketing, how to get started on your online business, you know, how to self-publish your book, ways that you can really build your online business. And my whole thing is I want to inspire you. I want you to be entertained. And I really want you to just be empowered to act and to do. So if you found value in this YouTube live, type value in the comments and let me know. And then share this. And then join me on Saturday. Get in this class. It's only $47. You can't beat it. And so I'm so excited about that. All right, so before I go, do I have any more comments? I'll wait around for a few more comments, and I'm going to let you guys go because I respect your time. This is Shalina Diva, the Purpose-Driven Diva, and I will see you either next Saturday or, no, not next Saturday. I'm teaching the class. Maybe I'll see them next Sunday evening. I'll probably see you next Sunday evening because I'll be teaching Pimp My Proposal on Saturday morning. Yeah, I'll be doing that. All right, so Star found value. Monique found value. TL Spain found value. Psalm found value. I thank you all so much for your time. I really, truly do appreciate it. And listen, don't let this anger, don't let your feelings, don't let Don't let the momentum die. Channel it into something that you love. I saw some really great ideas here, and I would love to see you guys go for it, okay? All right, so I'll probably be doing another live soon, because it's not only people who want to get involved in a community that need to know how to do proposals. Yep, I'm gonna explain why speakers and coaches and authors and writers, why you guys need to know how to write these proposals too. But that is going to be another YouTube live. So thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe. All right, because Adiva is back. All right, so thank you all. You all found value. All right. So this is wonderful. Okay, guys, so I thank you so much for joining me, and I appreciate it. And make sure you go to bit.ly/my proposal. And I just want to show you guys that that screen one more time, just so you know. All right. So it's called Pimp My Proposal Masterclass, meaning that you're going to come and it's going to be online, and I'm going to take you step by step. It's only $47. The replay is available, so if you miss it live, don't worry, you get the replay. And here is the link, bit.ly/Pimp My Proposal. Okay, everyone, I thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you. On the other side. All right, everybody. I'll see you on the other side. Casey, say goodbye.
Bye.
No, they got to see you. Get down. Get down. Hold on, y'all. Get down.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Have a good night. Say wave to them.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good night, and y'all be blessed.